Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. 8 games out. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got the franchise. Cool Hands is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Big Dog, and it's Perez in at the 3 spot. We've got the Cobra. ABC is out there with ABC. Then it's Cool Hands, and it's Houdini in at the 2-guard spot. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now, rivalries. They're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
And there's the pass to the Cobra. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And here's Clarkson. And stolen by Yao. And here comes the break. Here's Houdini. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Always eager to shoot the 3. And on the fast break, he knows it's going to be there for him.
Perez, the pass to Big Dog. Misses the layup. Here's Houdini to the paint. And that one is good from E.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, Houdini.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
First personal foul. Cool Hands. Shooting 1.
Here's the Cobra. He had 19 points in the win again.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over. And that's another basket for him. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Clarkson passes to Cool Hands. And the layup's good off the glass. Cool Hands got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Stolen by Clarkson. Pushing it up. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Here's Clarkson. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Big Dog. 6 to shoot to the left side wing. Cool Hands. Hands it from downtown. He's got 8.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's the Cobra. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Passes to Cool Hands. Here's the franchise. Yao with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Clarkson.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Basket good.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Houdini, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. Mr. Moves checked in for cool hands. Players are sure racking up a lot of miles, Clark. A lot of games, a lot of flights, a lot of late nights, early mornings, but in some ways it must be easier these days than it was, say, 20 years ago when you were playing.
It's easier now than it was when I played. I mean, we had commercial flights and 6 a.m. flights. These guys now actually have charter services. Heck, I often think that the guys before me had it much worse than I did. So it's all relative. But clearly, it's hard, it's demanding, but they also have the very best of care in getting to and from the cities across the league.
Yao with the block. Here's Mr. Moves. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Now the pass to Houdini. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to E. High post try. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Here's Perez. Good. Nice job down low.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Here's Houdini. He's got 11. Pass to Cool Hands. Here's the Cobra. 4 on the clock. It's deflected. Fast break. Here we go. Perez, defended by Yao. Perez, the pass to the franchise. No dice from 9 feet out. Gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Launches it. That shot off the mark. Doing well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here's Big Dog, powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
You know, trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's ABC. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Here's prime time. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And that one misses. Gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Here's ABC. Wang. Misses the follow-up. Here's prime time. Here's the machine. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Passes it to Mr. Moves. From deep. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And that's 2 points on the layup. It's a tie ball game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's ABC. There's the pass to ABC. G with the rebound.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
So they take the lead.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
ABC passes to ABC. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Here's ABC. And the ball goes out of play and able to keep it in.
Still team ball.
And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Here's Chi. He had 13 points in the win again.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Mr. Moves. Second chance shot. Pass to the machine. Here's Mr. Moves. Here's Rosario. And finally they hit one.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Chi passes to ABC. Pass to Wang. Pass to ABC.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's ABC. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
The pass to the machine. Here's Mr. Moves. Tries again. And the shot is long.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Good.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And the ball at a 46% clip to start this game out. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
ABC passes to Wang. Misses from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not.
Oh, he gets it to go. Wow.
It counts.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's the visiting team. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
The dude out there with ABC, then there's the waiter, and it's ABC, and it's Chi, and it's the power forward. They've got cool hands. Great one out there with G. And it's the eraser, and it's Mr. Moves in at the point. ABC passes to Lang. Here's ABC. Pass to the dude. Here's ABC. Buries the long-range jumper. ABC's got 5 now. Here's Mr. Moves to the wing right side. And here's the fast break. High, arcing shot. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots. Got a piece of it, but they get it back. Passes it to cool hands. Here's Mr. Moves. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
ABC passes to the dude. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Here's cool hands. That's tipped. Here's the break. Here's ABC. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Here's cool hands. He picked up 15 points in their last win again.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
And the shot goes in. 8 points for the eraser.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
The dude passes to ABC. Here's ABC. He's got 5. Rocket 2. Puts it up. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Mr. Moves. Cool hands passes to the great one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Mark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
Yeah, you'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Here's Yao. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's the franchise. That one goes. Just count it. The franchise has got his first points of the night.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
The Cobra passes to E, and they call an illegal screen here. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
And I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And as always, we'll get the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
And now a quick look at some very potent men in the middle lately. Highest scoring big men in the past 10 games. Take a look at Big Dog, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
He is so polished offensively in the low post. I mean, even when the defense collapses, he's got guys all around, and he finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
And, you know, that's the thing. Operating in traffic is essential if you're going to be effective in the paint. And composure is essential as well. He doesn't get rattled easily, and that's why he's at the top of the list.
The franchise.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
The pass to the Cobra. It's tipped. A second chance effort, and he sinks the layup. The Cobra's got 9. The Cobra's gone 50% shooting tonight, firing away 4 of 8. Here's Big Dog. 17 points for him last game again. Here's Clarkson. Lays it up off the glass.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
Pass to Yao. The high post shot. That one doesn't go. The possibility here of pushing their lead to double digits.
And mentally, I think it makes this an even bigger edge.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep. Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
Here's Big Dog. He has 6. And there's the foul. It goes on Grew hands. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys. And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
And the first one drops.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size. Nightlife for some guys is important. Business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Houdini passes to Cool Hands. Shot clock at 6. Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Clarkson. It's no good. He's now 4 of 9 from the field.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Rebound by Yao. Yao's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Pass to Cool Hands. Here's the Cobra. Knocks down the 3-ball. The Cobra's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's Big Dog. For just the 4th time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Shot's good by Clarkson.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Clarkson's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Passes it to Yao. The pass to the Cobra. Fires the 3. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And so the timeout by Taylor Jenkins here.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looked so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Aguiar passes to Primetime. Inside. Here's the eraser. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor. Here's the dude. He's covered by Clarkson. The dude passes to ABC. The 3 sinks the three-pointer. The dude's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
It's intercepted, and they're running. The second effort, and it's blocked. Pass to Chi. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Big Dog. 8 points for him. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Shooting one.
That one drops. He ties it up. Here's Primetime. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Big Dog. Down low. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
Here's ABC to the middle. Can't get it to fall.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Still team ball.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The away team, they're up by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out in the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a grip.
That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Cool Hands is out there with ABC. Then it's Houdini. Then it's the Cobra. And it's Yao in at the 5. Clock is at 3. From about 16. Rebound by Yao. Yao's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. Big Dog is out there with the franchise. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Cool Hands. And it's Perez in at the small forward.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Trains the three-pointer. And that's now 18 points for the Cobra.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Here's Big Dog, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Here's Houdini. 11 points in the game. It's good on the putback.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Passes it to Perez. He kicks to Clarkson. Cool Hands passes to the franchise. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Big Dog. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The level of nuance and the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk. You have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
ABC's checked in for ABC.
And this is the pattern we typically see from this team as a whole, creating chances at the line and converting them.
One of the great stories here, Big Dog getting it done today.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
The great ones checked in for Big Dog. Here's the Cobra. He's got 18. Yao, the pass to ABC. 6 on the shot clock. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. 8 points for Yao.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
To the right side. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And the pass to Cool Hands. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Yao's got 6 here in this quarter.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Got a hand on it, and the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. The first free throw is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Here's Houdini, 11 points in the game. Pass to the Cobra, out to the right wing. Here's Houdini, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Yep, it counts. The franchise has got 8. Gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Clarkson. Yao, the pass to Houdini. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
To the inside. Here's the franchise. Yao with the block, but he stays with it. Here's Perez. It's good from long range. He's got 7.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's the Cobra. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for the eraser? He's right around 9 points a night, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
The game now all-time. And that's 17 points for Houdini, being 43% for the game. Here's Cool Hands. He's got 12. It's deflected. Now here's Yao. Defense right on him.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
First one falls for him. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it, and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
And that one's good by G.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
ABC passes to Yao. Here's Wang. Here's ABC, passes to Baller. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
And the shot goes in. Yao's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pass to G. Here's the eraser, defended by Yao. Rebound by Yao. Being here about 46% for the game. Here's Fung. Drains it from beyond the arc. Baller's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And so the timeout by Taylor Jenkins here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
He's checked in for ABC. Primetime, the pass to the machine. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. A tight game here in Utah. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. There's 1:54 left to play in the third. The baseline J. Wang can't get it to go. And the ball at 42%. Mr. Moves passes to Primetime. Here's the dude. 6 points for him. The pass to ABC. Pass to Wang. Here's ABC. Pass to the dude. And he converts the layup. The dude's got 8 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Primetime. Rebounded by Chi. Chi's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Fung. Money from the wing. Baller's got his second basket of the night.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Mr. Moves. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
And the second free throw, good. 55 seconds left in the third. ABC passes to Wang. Pass to Chi, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one.
Boy, that sounded like Greg Anthony stealing a little bit of Kevin's thunder. I know this guy's hoping to rouse his teammates for sure with that one.
He is, and Greg sounded better saying it than I did.
3. 1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's ABC. To the paint. And there's the pass to Chi. Here's the dude. Here's ABC. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. The home team, they lead by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. ABC is out there with Chi. Then there's Baller, and it's ABC, and it's the dude in at the 2 spot. Pass to Baller. Knocks it loose from deep 3-point range, and it ends up out of bounds. On Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas. Then on Wednesday, passes it to Big Dog to tie it up. Rebounded by E. E's got his 4th rebound in this one. The dude passes to ABC. Drills the 3-pointer. 8 points for Baller.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
The quick look, no good that time. Being pretty good tonight at 48%. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's E. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he makes the first.
At the line, Gilas. Is that how?
Good on both. Being for the game at 42%. Here's Clarkson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice strong move there by Clarkson. He'll get free throws.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
No good on that one. And they're on the break. Here's Perez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The first one falls. Houdini's checked in for ball. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Chi. Pass to E. Rebounded by Clarkson. E's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Here's Primetime. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The first free throw is good. And so he hits both. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Ball's knocked loose, and they're pushing it up. Here's the Cobra. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
To the middle. Here's Cool Hands. It's blocked. The pass to the franchise. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Pass to E. Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Clarkson. Inside. Got a hand on it. Passes it to Primetime to take the lead. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's the Cobra. with the shot. And that one is good from E. Gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Perez, the pass to Big Dog. They shoot again. Rebounded by Chi. Chi's got 6 rebounds in the game. And there's the foul. It's on the franchise. That is his first foul of the game. ABC's checked in for Chi. And here they come. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And there's the foul. It's on the franchise. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's the Cobra. The pass to Houdini. The Cobra passes to Yao from about 19 feet. And right through it goes.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Here's Cool Hands. He trains the quick shot.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
Cool Hands passes to the Cobra. Here's Houdini. Here's the Cobra. 5 to shoot. Dishes it to E. Yao tried to break free. It's good. 10 points for ABC.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Cool Hands passes to Big Dog.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Here's the Cobra. Pass to Cool Hands. The 17-footer.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Cool Hands. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Solid vision by Clarkson. Got it to his teammate in a great spot.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
The Cobra passes to E. Here's the Cobra. And he lobs it up.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Clarkson passes to Cool Hands. Here's Big Dog. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Big Dog's got 10 points here in the second half.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's E. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, Gilas.
First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Hitting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. That's tipped. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his 4th personal foul. His 2nd foul. At the line.
And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. Here's the Cobra. Pass to Yao. Here's E. Shot clock at 5. Can he keep it going? At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Taken away. Here's Houdini. Top of the key jumper, no good. And around 41% on the night. Here's Perez. Plays it up and banks it in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Erasers checked in for Big Dog.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. Nice game. Great performance by the Cobra.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, ABC.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. See if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Here's Cool Hands, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his 4th personal.
And he makes the first.
At the line, Cool Hands. Taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's the Cobra. From outside, off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
He's checked in for ABC.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Here's Cool Hands. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. He's off on that one.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. Going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's the Cobra. And he uses the glass on the layup. The Cobra's got 11 points here in just the second half.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
Cool Hands passes to Houdini. Open jump shot off the mark. And around 41% on the night. Down low. Fast break. Here they come. Rebounded by Chi.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Yes!
Well, You know what? This is what becoming a leader is all about. Clarkson taking charge at the end.
Guys, what do you think?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Here's the Cobra.
Substitution. Big Dog.
To the wing on the left. The tray. Can't knock in the three. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate and